All right, man, this is my humble opinion. I don't think the Lions should be talking about playoffs. And it's my opinion. I ain't saying that you got to agree with me or it's F you or nothing like that or your opinion don't matter. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, I think I was seeing kind of Jared Goff, kind of a couple articles, interviews, talk about the playoffs, and obviously it's a goal they want to make and all that. But one thing you got to understand about it too: they don't control their own destiny. They need help. Seattle hold a tiebreaker over them, and the draw between the Giants and the Commanders, even though we have wins and tiebreakers over them. Jesus Christ, bro. They drive like crackheads, bro. I swear. Dude, they act like it's a zombie apocalypse, bro. And they can't drive. Oh, I preach somebody made a driver's move finally today. Shout out to this person in Sion. But nonetheless, bro, it's stressful driving out here. And I ain't drove nowhere far. I'm less than 10 miles from my job still, trying to hit all the little spots. But it ain't shit going on. I'm thinking about going out to 12 Oaks and doing a little bit of shopping, but you know what? I'll wait till after Christmas where everything be cheaper. But nonetheless, yeah, they don't control their own destiny, but they should just be focusing on at a week at a time. That's it. It's the Panthers, and that's what we focus on, solely on the Panthers. The city of Detroit, they getting optimistic about making the playoffs. They getting happy about making the playoffs. In my approach, and I'm out here tripping. It's dark as hell though. But my approach is that I've been a Lions fan a long time. I've been let down in many ways. I'm like that girl with braces that, ain't got no confidence, that thinks she ugly, and everybody just keep turning her down, letting her down. I done been let down a lot of times by this team. Man, let down by quite a few women. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they should be focusing on Carolina. No matter, it's the easiest schedule in the league. It ain't never easy when you the Lions. It ain't never easy when you don't have room for error. Could they lose a game and still get in? Absolutely. A lot got to happen. The draw messed everything up. I think the Commanders play the Chiefs this week. I think Seattle play the 49ers this week. And I can't remember who the Giants play this week. So, in theory, if you wanted to get in with a loss, you'll need the Giants and Commanders to lose out. You'll need them to lose out, and you'll need Seattle to lose 2 more. The draw, people don't understand how detrimental that draw was. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how bad that draw was. That was the worst possible scenario. So you need, and then, I think the Commanders or the Eagles, or not the Eagles, or the Commanders might end off with the Eagles and Dallas. They not playing for nothing, honestly, because they the highest wild card, and that can't change. The number 2 seed and the number 1 seed is jocked by Philadelphia. It's jocked by Philadelphia 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. They jockeying for 1 and 2. So I think Minnesota played the Giants this weekend. You never know with Minnesota, man. They so fickle. So you just never really know. So that's something to kind of chew on. But we need to be approaching this thing a day at a time, bro. That's what it is. One day at a time. They're looking for, I know they got a nice little win streak coming on with 6 out of their last 7. I know they feeling real good about themselves. But guess what? It's a day at a time. That's the reality of it. It's a day at a time. It's a game at a time. We can win out and still not make the playoffs. Think about that for a minute. We can win out and still not make the playoffs. So, one thing that I'm hoping that happen bare minimum is that momentum carries on to next off season, to next season. That's what you hoping. That momentum carries on. But everybody looking forward to the playoffs and counting their chickens for their hats. Y'all act like y'all ain't never been Lion fans before. Y'all act like last time we went to Carolina, I know it was a couple seasons ago, that Stafford ain't get blanked by a fucking backup. And Sam Darnold playing well because they lost to the Steelers and all that. And yeah, to Mitchell Trubisky, that's them. We don't have enough clout, no matter if y'all want to say the new Detroit Lions, Motor City Dan Campbell. That always confuse me when they break that acronym down. God damn it, just call them Dan Campbell. Sheesh. They be coming up with the craziest acronyms and nickname Motor City Dan Campbell. What they call Cade, I forget what they called Cade at first. Motor City Cade or some corny shit like that. Like, come on, man. It's very repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ. Only if you live in the city of Detroit should you be giving out nicknames to Detroit ball players. Sorry. Not sorry. Y'all be saying y'all from Detroit. Y'all be from, you know, way out. Utica and Novi. I mean, like I said, I would like to live in Novi. One of $500,000 houses. Ain't no shame in y'all game, but I'm just saying. But it's a week at a time, bro. It's a day at a time. It's a game at a time. And they ain't good enough to be looking ahead. You see what happened to Dallas and Kansas City last couple weeks? They overlooked the Texans, and the Texans almost beat them. And when that win that Houston got over the Texans, man, that was for the division. They won. I mean, that was for their conference. They won their conference off that game. You know, imagine Dallas lost that game to Houston. They'd be in tank mode. I mean, they'd be in just, you know, get healthy and be the top wild card. Because ain't nobody catching them in the wild card. I mean, you know, Commanders can't. I mean, then you probably really rooting for Dallas to lose this weekend. That's probably what you're really rooting for. You're still rooting for Philadelphia to win. That way, you know, if the Giants win or the Eagles or the Commanders win, whatever it may be, I think they might have both on the schedule still. That Dallas is playing for something. So, because then, you know, we 10-7, they will be 10-7. So you see what I'm saying? So you want Dallas to be playing meaningful games, because I think 2 of their last 3 weeks might be all against, it might be the Commanders, and the Giants might be on their schedule too. So, like I said before, but it's a weekday at a time for us. You know, Chicago almost got us the last time. Justin Fields a dog. I don't know if they're going to shut him down now that he got 1,000 yards rushing or whatever. Or jock for draft position. I think the Rams are mathematically ineligible. They're mathematically out for the playoffs. What else we kind of thinking about at this point? So, and then you got the Packers. You know, we got horror stories about ending our season out in Lambeau. And don't give me last year us beating the Packers at home. Don't give me that. In the grand scheme of things, that means nothing. Because they put the backups in. And the starters was beating us. Y'all notice that momentum from the end of last season didn't carry over to this season? Did it? So that's what you really want. You want to make the playoffs, and, you know, you want to, anything can happen, but you want to make sure this positive momentum you got with this season is carrying over to the next. Carrying over to the offseason. So, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're still playing with quite a few injuries, but guys are no longer rookies no more. They're starting to mature. So, and Aiden Hutchinson starting to get healthy at the defensive line, so he's getting some help. People are saying, oh, he's a bust. Fire Dan Campbell, he's a bust. You just thinking, like, y'all don't understand how football works. Can't no one rookie anchor no defensive line, bro. There's a collective group. He lost Kaminsky, he lost Harris, you know what I'm saying? You know, Aleem had a big game in New York, but he ain't no pass rusher. Romeo Julian was in and out the lineup. Pascal been in and out the lineup. Now he getting some of these dudes healthy. Now he got some help. You know? But that's just my opinion on it. You like talking about, well, we got Romeo and them guys who still take edge. Look here, if Will Anderson fell to me, he was the best player on my board. I'm not thinking two times about it, bro. Will Anderson me, unless that kid from Georgia there. Only way I don't take as of right now, I don't take Will Anderson. If that kid from Georgia there, and I think of Bryce Young there. That's it. That's it. As of right now. So that's how I look at it. But I definitely could be wrong. I'm about to make a turn where I don't need to turn at. But yeah, that's all I got, man. You know, that's all I got, man. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support, everybody support the channel. Check out Detroit Lions top players, more videos like this. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere I am at on social media producing content. It's the first link in the description. Peace.